Apparently, it's Indigo Disk Press Release Day. The embargo lifted at 6 a.m. Pacific Time, and everyone dropped their preview for the upcoming Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. Nothing on the official channels, though. No tweets, no YouTube trailer. So we're going to have to break down what is going on. If you enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, comment your thoughts down below. Also, real quick, this Pokemon news has perfect timing because the G Fuel Black Friday buy one get one sale is happening now. 2 tubs for the price of 1. There's also special black light editions. So you can also get yourself some really cool G Fuel tubs, and it's 140 milligrams of caffeine servings for under 40 bucks. Grab it now. You're going to need it for all this content we're talking about. The Indigo Disk is going to be awesome. Use my referral link down below. Pokemon news time. But we got some cool stuff. Battles take center stage in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's next DLC. We have the biomes being a breath of fresh air, some other previews, and then you get a true master's degree program. So the reviews cover some story elements as well as just getting into the battles and finding out a few extra things. We have this from Joe Merrick on Cerebi, since he got to play it as well. New moves for all. I did get a look at some of the TMs that are being introduced in the Indigo Disk, and that is the thing, like, he knows what to look for if given the opportunity to talk about it from the pre-release. Other people, the other reviewers are just like, I went through their thing, and it just seems like we're getting good Pokemon DLC. There's a mix of returning moves such as Expanding Force, Triple Axle, Skitter Smack, Meteor Beam, Breaking Swipe, Scorching Sands, Curse, Coaching, Electro Web, and more. So tutor moves from the Isle of Armor, and then some other missing tutor moves. And then we see some of the new moves that we saw at Worlds, like Upper Hand and Psychic Noise, but then even more new moves like Supercharged Cell and Hard Press. Hard Press is a steel move, which does more damage the higher the target's hit points. Ah, yes, because we needed more one-shot Rocket Tag inside of Pokemon. These competitive moves play on the battle focus that the Blueberry Academy has, and really makes it intriguing to see if these competitive strategies will take over. Game Freak has had a lot of competitive focus over the last couple of generations, and we even see that with Worlds trailers for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it gets even crazier for the DLC, because it looks like they're trying to get more kids into VGC. The second feature that Blueberry Academy is famous for is the school's heavy focus on battles, and that's one thing everyone could have seen, but it's not just normal battles. Double battles are front and center. Every battle against another trainer during the Indigo Disk is a double battle. Alright, a lot to take in there, but it looks like they're just going to throw you in to be like, yep, this is the real competitive Pokemon now. You think all those Timmies out there and Paldea with their singles is what Pokemon's supposed to be? No, you go to school and you learn doubles here. So that's kind of a big thing, and apparently the battles are quite the challenge. Speaking of challenge, the highlight of our preview was a fierce battle with Amarys. It's clear Game Freak is putting trainers to the test. Amarys' team is surprisingly clever. Spreads of different types, moves, items. Our first encounter with the Elite Four gives us hope of a true challenge. Effectively Ogre Clan, but double battles and higher level to kind of show off some interesting Pokemon gimmicks and what you can expect for higher level Pokemon strategy. Joe Merrick said he used his knowledge of VGC to get through the battle without using a revive or a potion with like the save file that was given to him. But then other reviewers, you can just kind of see like, yeah, casuals, they don't fare well against like strong Pokemon challenges like this. My first double battle resulted in my entire team getting wiped out after a series of unlucky events, but also just like the strategies and stuff going on, and multiple double battles everywhere with the pinnacle being an Elite Four match. There's also some other tasks as a part of the story. I had to complete a homework assignment that had me tracking down and catching a Alolan form Pokemon in the world. Also to kind of introduce like, hey, we've got some pretty cool stuff set up in this terrarium. Even though the terrarium is in the Unova region, we have Alolan Pokemon here, so learn regional variants, go battle people, and then do some kind of gym challenge, and then that's how you battle the Elite Four, and the rest of the Blueberry Academy stuff unlocks. Elite Four battles are no joke. Without revealing specifics, my opponent's team had all the synergies and strategies I expect when I jump into an online match. Despite having type advantages, my monsters went down in one hit, as unexpected moves would completely counter my obvious plans. My opponent's team was also built around familiar double team setups, which were flexible enough to make every monster combination deadly in its own way. So yeah, considering how easy modern Pokemon games tend to be, I was pleasantly stunned. I already know I'm going to have to rework my team for the base adventure if I stand a chance. And this is just also that casual nonsense that upsets me with the Pokemon community. Even though the story is like 5% of the game's content, they treat the story like everything. They go, wow, that was so easy, man. Pokemon's just a kid's game. And then they ignore like all the battle facilities that are just completely unfair, the other challenges, and then going online and getting destroyed by actual competitive players. But then that makes them feel bad, so they never do it ever again, and then they just complain about the story. So like, yeah, this is really trying to put you into like, hey, these trainers are post-game, this is DLC, you should have strong Pokemon now and tons of resources from all the quality of life, so you get in, you battle, and you learn what Pokemon is about. I find it weird that they're praising this experience when all they had to do was just go online into competitive matches, and you're going to get the same thing where someone is going to body you with some kind of crazy double synergy that has already existed for a couple of years. But overall, it seems like you got some story stuff to go through, you learn the area, you get into the gameplay loop, and then we don't have information on what happens after that because the story is going to expand. We go back to Paldea, we figure out what's going on with Area 0, and there's also the new Tera Type that we still don't have any information on, and people are ragging on the performance. Now, this is a pre-release build, so a lot of the performance issues that people are experiencing are going to be dealt with. Joe Merrick said that none of the lag was as bad as Casseroya Lake on launch, so you get a little bit of stuttering. That's just the Nintendo Switch, especially trying to run an open world. And then people are just trying to rag on it for whatever deranged blind hate that's just going against Game Freak at this point. So at some point, I climbed as high as I could on an icy mountain and gazed down to the world, which looked as detailed as a 90s PlayStation game, no exaggeration. I mean, any game that isn't on a computer on high graphics is going to look like that, and there's not really any problem with that. It looks really cool for a Pokemon game. I always like that aerial shot we got in the trailer where you can see all of the biomes. That does look like some void, though, but again, like pre-release build, this part isn't even laziness. This is done for performance, so you don't have rendered parts you can't see behind the wall, because like if you're down here, you're just going to kind of see this mountain, and then you have this stuff in the background to kind of make it feel more filled out, and then it's not eating up resources and hurting your performance. So yeah, like, I guess these things, they get found in testing, they're going to be worked on for a build, but overall, like, Poppin', again, exists in every game, but for some reason, Game Freak's not allowed to get away with it ever. But the overall experience is strong, and it seems like it's not as bad as we've seen in previous parts for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We also have some screenshots showing the gym challenge, and then it just kind of looks like parts from a trailer where the Indigo Disk is looking awesome. We're going to see how crazy the gameplay gets when it launches next month. Not much else to say. It looks pretty cool. The map area is bigger than Kitakami, and we're just going to get a lot of content here. I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.